everyone, and welcome. Welcome. This is week 1 of the Prairie Garden Quilt Along. So just wanted to let you know, if you're joining us for the Be an Elf Quilt Along, it is happening at the same time as the Prairie Garden Quilt Along. So you're welcome to do both. They're both really fun quilts, but we definitely want to not miss doing a Prairie Garden Quilt Along, because this quilt pattern is so striking and fun and quick, simple, and easy. I don't know if I can say much more about it. It is all straight piece sewing. There is no half square triangles, no half square rectangles. It is all just squares, but because of the way the blocks are orientated, because of how they're rotated, and because of the sashing that goes inside of each block, it's so easy and it's just so striking and beautiful. So all you need is a straight sewing 1/4 inch foot on your sewing machine and an iron and a fat quarter bundle and a tiny bit of background yardage, and you can make this quilt. Well, we're going to do it in 4 weeks, but you can do it in a weekend if you want to binge watch these at the end. So excellent. This is a Prairie Garden Quilt Along. This is for a lap size quilt. The great thing about this pattern is there's no sashing in it either, so you can make it any size. There's also cutting instructions for 1 block, so you can make it just a pillow. You can make it a baby quilt, or you can make it a king size quilt, lap quilt, any size that you want, just by adding or subtracting blocks. You can do a color blocking in a diagonal, which is how the pattern is written. But like I said, there's also instructions for 1 block, so you can make it totally scrappy or however you want. There is a sister pattern called Pages of a Book that is just new this month, and it is coming out, and it is a very similar pattern to this, but everything has been downsized. There's 9 blocks in total, and it's an 18-inch square pillow with the pillow backing instructions. So you can make them both. You can make the Pages of a Book afterwards with your scraps if you want, or you can make that as gifts for all your grandkids. This is a great quilt that can showcase some of your very favorite prints. If you've been hoarding a fat quarter bundle and you want to use it, it has wonderful space for the big main prints in the collection, and then also great spots to showcase the little tiny, more low volume prints as well. So this is a wonderful pattern for those fat quarter bundles, or you can just be completely scrappy, make a Christmas quilt, baby quilt. We're going to talk about all the ideas. So week 1, which is right now, is our fabric pull. Week 2, which is next week, so every Monday these will be released for 4 weeks. Week 2 is cutting. We're going to talk about how to fussy cut our prints. We're going to talk about mixing and matching colors, color blocking, all the things. And then week 3 is piecing the block together. It is a 1 block quilt, and it is easy peasy. So we're going to just talk about how to piece it together, but there are some tricks in it if you are using a directional print. Because all the blocks are rotated, we're going to talk through some of those workarounds. And then week number 4 is putting it all together. So there's no sashing, so week 4 is like a party, and we just put all those blocks together and you have your quilt top ready. 4 easy, simple weeks. So let me just show you a couple of the sample quilts that I have made to maybe inspire you a little bit, and then I can't wait to see your fabric pulls this week as well. This is the cover photo in the Prairie Garden quilt, and it is, as the pattern is there's options to design it with the color blocking going in a diagonal. So it tells you how, if you're making this lap size, how many to cut in this diagonal, and then this diagonal and this diagonal. It is not assembled in a diagonal. It is assembled straight in rows like I promised. Everything is straight sewing, absolutely no angles or quarters. Everything is straight sewing, but you can lay it out like this if you want, and it kind of gives a fun dimension. Also, every block is rotated, and so it gives this really wonderful dimension to the quilt. The quilt block itself has this spot for a main print. Then we have what is the solid, but you don't have to use a solid in here. You can use another print from your fat quarter bundle. This is actually 4 squares, so it's the cornerstone of 4 blocks with the background fabric, which is this white fabric. No sashing in this quilt, like I said, and it's just a really fun sew. Can I say that enough? This is another quilt that I've made, and it is just more tone on tone, a little more subtle. So that one has a lot of different colors happening in it. This one is just oranges and pinks. And I also really adore it so much. And it's a beautiful quilt. You can see it's been washed a few times already and it's been folded, but I love this version as well. Just a much more softer palette, just to give you some inspiration. So I have been hoarding for quite a while. Nobody else does that, right? I have been hoarding for quite a while. This Jill Howarth Way Up North fabric bundle here of Christmas fabric. And I'm contemplating cutting it open. This is a half-yard bundle, which I don't need. I only need a fat quarter bundle. But and then adding some solids to it. I'm contemplating making a wintry version with this quilt in this bundle. Or because I really, really, really want a fussy cut. I was thinking of using the new Tasha Noel fabric, and it is wonderful for fussy cutting. It's called Quilt Market, I believe. I better go look that up. Anyways, it's just so adorable. Look at all those colors. And I was really thinking of making a scrappy. I'm actually, now that I'm holding these, I might end up using these ones. And there's just so many wonderful little prints. And then I'm going to use Tasha Noel is so great for her main prints for fussy cutting. They are directional, so we're going to talk about that throughout this quilt along, but they are directional. So I'm going to use these prints here for fussy cutting the centers. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to lean towards. Okay, but we still have time to decide because we aren't cutting until next week. So all you need to do this week is go to the Be So Inspired shop and download or grab your Prairie Garden pattern. Or like I said, if you're using the Pages of the Book pattern, you're welcome to join us with that hashtag as well. You can check out the hashtag Prairie Garden Quilts to see some of the quilts that have happened already in this quilt pattern and get inspired by them. And then make sure that you do sign up on the home page under Prairie Garden Quilt Along. The reason why I ask you to do that is because we are going to give prizes at the end of the quilt along to the people that have signed up. I also sometimes just give freebies or other things to the people in the quilt along, and that's how I can send them to you. If you are on the Be So Inspired newsletter, you won't get quilt along specific things. So you'll have to sign up separately for the quilt along if you're joining us. So just hop on over there and just type in your name and email, and we'll make sure that you're on that list. If you like to subscribe and come over to the YouTube channel, then you'll always get notified when these videos come up, and it's a Be So Inspired YouTube channel. You can just like this video and subscribe there. I would love for that. I'd also love to know if you are there where you're joining us from. You can just type in the comments where you're from. I'd love that a lot. And if you are on Facebook, I'd also really appreciate it if you come and join the private Facebook community, Inspired Quilting. So it's Facebook/groups/Inspired Quilting. And it's our community it's completely free, our free community educational quilting. We do videos. You can share your posts there. You can ask questions, all the things. It's really, really fun. So it'd be great if you came to both, but choose a platform of your choice. And I can't wait to sew along with you over the next 4 weeks for Prairie Garden. Can't wait to see your fabric pull this week. Please do tag me at Be So Inspired. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.